Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Paulo Reed, here with my guy, Regular Joe. How you feeling, my dude?
All right, all right. Trying to get these headphones right, but I'm good.
I feel you. I feel you. So, uh, how you feeling, man? I mean, let's just get right into it. Let's get right into it, man. I know it's oh, you probably can't even hear me.
Not
Did you
here.
hear it? Oh, you heard me?
I'm
Okay.
here.
Let's get right into it.
I mean, I
Nothing to
feel.
sugarcoat. Nothing to sugarcoat. We are 2-2 right now, going back home. Um, there's not much to talk about last game. It was terrible, shit show. So, talk to me about how you feeling. We'll dive into more details in a little bit.
I feel good. The vibes are still good, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Knicks were exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if there was any game that they were going to look exhausted, it was going to be that game with the quick turnaround.
Right.
They cursed us with the 3:30 game. Um, Not sure why that hasn't been. Well, there's going to be one between games 5 and 6,
There's
but
gonna be
not sure
another
why
one.
there hasn't been a travel day yet.
Yeah.
Um, but listen, this is what it is. The Knicks aren't going to make any excuses. I'm not going to make any excuses for them. But I mean, we've seen what happened. That was clearly an exhausted team. I don't think that there's any doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I see it is, you got to come back to your place. You still have home court advantage. And until the Knicks don't have home court advantage, there's no reason for Knicks fans to panic.
Mm-hmm. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I mean, at this point, it's pretty obvious if they're going to be close games, which the Knicks have proven to put themselves in game after game. I mean, aside from last game, of course, but if you're going to put yourself in a close game, more than likely it's going to be decided somewhat by the referees. You know what I mean? So, with that being the case, yeah, you're going to have some times where the guys will be subject to getting some home calls, no matter what side you're on. They're gonna make more of those calls, not necessarily make more calls for the home team, but less calls for the away team. And that's just what I mean. Unfortunately, the situation that we're in, the refs just have been atrocious. And shout out to the chat. RBL's in here. Say, yo, what's good, family? What's going on, my guy? What's going on, my guy? Paul says cat refs is trash. That I mean, I can't disagree with you there, bro. I can't disagree with you there.
I feel like the refs have been trashed both ways, though, bro.
Yeah, I mean they definitely have they've been trash all season. That's the thing about it now. You know what I mean? Like at this point, we've learned how to play through it because they've been trash all season. So, you know what I mean? It's just what it is right now is we have to learn how to continue to play our brand of basketball. And that's not what we did. We were tired, like you said, we were tired last game. Um, what I mean, I guess, a lot of people are saying, like RBL saying, he said Tibbs playing the starters 58 minutes a game. I mean, I think well, he has no other option. He has no other option. You're muted. You're muted. There you go.
What are people's options? Please, somebody who is way smarter than me, way smarter than Cap, way smarter than Tom Thibodeau. What should he do? Who should he play? In the most important games of the entire season, who should he turn to? Like, please let me know. Give me an idea because I'm all out of them in
That's this.
terms of who should play.
This is my thing.
He's playing Jericho Sims.
At this point, he has to, bro. And my thing
But
is
that's not.
right.
But I'm making a point when I say that though.
Yeah, right,
They
right,
say he should like he's playing Jericho Sims. He doesn't want to play Jericho Sims. He's playing him out of necessity.
right. You think
So
that game where
what should he do?
you think the game where OG hurt himself and he was playing all those minutes, you think he had any other choice? Like we would not be in that game if OG didn't have 28 points that game. You know what I mean? Like we wouldn't have been in that game to win game two. Even though he went down and Jalen still came back to help us finish that game out. There's no way we win that game if OG didn't play those minutes. You know what I mean? Like we talk about overplaying. At this point, we have to play these guys. Like, and even before, we talk about the minutes for Josh Hart. Like take if you take Josh Hart out of the game for 5 minutes and you give those minutes to who? Right? Let's just say Alec Burks. Are you going to get the same production from Josh Hart that you would from Alec Burks? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the problem that I have with playing those minutes for those guys who typically won't get a lot of minutes. And that's, you know what I mean? To me, it's just like I'm if the guys aren't playing the right brand of basketball, I'm not gonna just sub them in there so that I can give my other guys a rest because they can potentially lose us the game. You know what I'm saying? Like there's games where Josh Hart plays 48 minutes and we are like winning by the skins of our teeth. You know what I'm saying?
We literally needed all 48 minutes.
Like we needed every single minute. So that's my thing. Like at this point, we don't have an option. OG is hurt, Julius is hurt, Mitch is hurt, Bogey is hurt. Like we don't have an option but to play these guys. We don't got nobody else to play. You know what I mean? Like imagine in game 2, we played, like I said, OG a little bit less. We played him 5 minutes less. We give him a break so he doesn't hurt his hamstring. Do we even win that game? Like I don't see us winning that game if OG is it doesn't get to play those minutes, especially while Jalen is out. You kidding me? That quarter and a half where Jalen was out of the game, if it wasn't for OG, we ended up down by 10. It would have been way worse.
We'd have been down by 20, bro.
It'd have been way worse if OG wasn't in the game. And then you would have brought Jalen back hobbled to help us win that game. No, then we'd have been going to Indiana 1-1, and then we'd be coming back home right now 3-1, down 3-1. So this guy doesn't have any other options at this point. You know what I mean? The guys are, I mean, you say he's running the ground. Like these guys talk about OG. OG hurt. He's like I said, he's the only one that really hurt himself. That was kind of like, you know, fatigue, body fatigue. Julius, he landed on his shoulder. Got nothing to do with minutes. Bogey, Batum dives on his ankle. Got nothing to do with minutes. Speaking of ankles, and Mitchell Robinson, he gets pulled out of the air by Joel Embiid. Now he's out. None of these injuries have anything to do with fatigue in minutes. You know what I'm saying? So these are the situations that the cards we're dealt right now. These are the cards we dealt. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat in here. Paul said DiVincenzo doing it for the Italian familia. I'll take no slander. Nah, no slander for DiVincenzo, man. No slander. I mean, he had a little off game last game, but you know, everybody had an off game.
Except for Alec Burks.
Except for Alec Burks. I mean, at this point, we're gonna start hearing why hasn't Tibbs played him this entire time? Like, listen, if you watch,
because Tibbs was up 2-0 with OG Anunoby, that's why he wasn't playing.
Right there, yeah. I mean, how much did Alec Burks play last series? Like, he didn't play.
Made all right. Made out all right there, right?
Yeah, like I think we're fine. You know, we're gonna be okay. So, Paul says shaking Big Milton. Man, you seen Shake out there at the end of the game, last game. I mean, those are definitely garbage minutes. No pun intended. Beamer Jazz, what's going on? What's going on? Frozen in here. Is that Jasper? I think that's Jasper. That's Jasper. Shout out to you, Jasper. Peace. IP Star, my guy. Yo, what's good? Good with the link, Dirty. Yeah, y'all look crazy, man. Shout out to the chat. Wave. Oh man.
Yeah, one thing. So before we about to do what we do. Before we do that, though, I just wanted to say one thing that me and Jasper was talking about, and we were talking about because the Knicks got to do something with Pascal Siakam, bro.
Yeah.
He just can't keep posting up Josh Hart and shooting over him.
Yeah.
Josh is giving his all, and I think Josh could guard him in a pinch. But when you're asking Josh to guard him every single possession down the court, and the Pacers just continuously throw it into him,
right,
the law averages are going to shake out, and Pascal's gonna get his. So I
Mhm.
was saying, like, I seen in the last game in the Mother's Day Massacre, there was a few times where Hartenstein was guarding Siakam, and I thought he had some success those few times that he guarded him.
Right, right. Which I thought they were going to keep going to.
So I'm thinking in Game 5, like, why not see what that be about
Mhm.
when Precious is not on the court specifically? Because I mean, I think it also will kind of make the Pacers want to do something that they don't want to do,
Mhm.
and their offense is not really focused around posting up Miles Turner. Bro, you watch enough basketball. We seen like when teams like try to post a guy who they generally don't post, like it's not part of their offense.
Mhm.
You see the offense get stagnant and shit
Yeah.
starts going wrong for them.
Mhm.
Even though in theory it should go right?
Right,
Like
right,
Miles
right.
Turner should be able to post up Josh Hart,
Yeah.
but shit starts going wrong because they're doing something that they don't normally do.
Mhm.
And they don't normally dump it down to him in the post and tell him to go to work. A lot of his post up shit is like in transition or
Mhm.
like off of a roll where he might roll and have a smaller guy on him.
Right.
But it's never really like I dump down to him and tell him to like go to work.
Right. And they would only do that when Precious isn't on the floor anyway. You know what I mean? So, like, up until that point, you know, I mean, you could run Hartenstein and Precious next to each other for a good significant amount of time just to give, you know, that front court pressure. You know what I mean? Because you kind of need you need as many big bodies down there as you can because you got Miles Turner and you got Pascal Siakam. You don't want him just going crazy. Now, I'm not gonna say that Pascal's a better defender than Josh. It's just the height and the length that Siakam has. You know what I mean? That you can't really do anything about right now while OG's not
My
there.
point is we got to do something.
Yeah, you gotta do
Right?
something.
Like this
Now
shit's
I will put Hartenstein on them. I will put Hartenstein
this this shit's not working, bro. Right?
on.
So like you got to adjust and then try to make them adjust and see what happens.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just got blown out by 32.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you're not really in a position to be like, oh, I don't think we should do that.
So I think they had a players only meeting after the game. After
I heard.
the locker room. I tend to think these guys are gonna respond well. Uh I think Josh takes it really, really, really personal, and that's the last guy you want taking anything personal. Um, if you're on the opposing team, of course. But Jalen wants to prove himself. I think you know, what I mean, there was a clip of I thought Jasper and I was talking about it in the chat earlier, of Siakam. I guess he gave him a little bump to end the half, I think, in the last game. And he talked to him about it. I don't know what they said. They had words about it, and then he said Jalen just said it's a long fucking series. So I'm like, all right, well, that's these guys to me in the past have proven to be one thing that I remember about the Warriors' little run, and this is not I'm not trying to say with the Warriors. It was one thing about Steph Curry when he was having a bad game. You don't say shit to him. You know what I mean? You leave him the fuck alone. You let him have a bad game. Because the moment you say something, it kind of just wakes him up and it's kind of like, okay, now I have a reason to turn things around. Sometimes you kind of look for those things. Jordan notoriously did it every game for no reason. He would find reasons to do it just because it gave him a little extra edge.
Bro, if the Knicks don't have a reason to do it, right? Or if the Knicks are looking for a reason to do it, just look no further than how fucking insufferable the Pacers have been, especially in game 4.
Mhm.
Like they were I just wanted to reach through the TV
And punch every last one
smack
of them.
somebody, bro.
I'm telling you, especially
Like,
Tyrese talking hella shit.
Tyrese was just
I was like, wow.
so much with his smackable face. It was a lot, Cat. Like I'm sitting there watching this shit like,
yeah, me hot.
Oh man, yo.
Yeah,
If the Knicks don't want to if the Knicks need any extra motivation, and I don't think they do, like it's right there, bro.
Did you see Josh on the bench?
He looks sick, bro.
Bro, that dude was pissed the hell off, bro. I'm telling you. he's not gonna let this shit go. He's not. He even said it after the game that he puts the whole game on him. Like usually he's the guy that have the energy, and the team follows that, and he didn't bring it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Shout out to him for taking responsibility there because, for sure, he definitely didn't bring that energy, but I'm not going to blame him for the entire game. I think all of those
Nah,
guys, it was low energy. Like you said, they had a day's rest and they had to be back. They didn't even get an entire day's rest after that. They had to go get to, what time were they at? Shoot around 11 something in the morning. It's not even an entire day's rest, man. You know what I'm saying? So you're in the playoffs, you're practicing in between games.
yo, Jasper, it was bad, bro. It was so bad watching them, man.
He said Tyrese and TJ can both get smacked. First of all, TJ
got a smackable face too.
TJ, I've always wanted to smack. So this is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just been that guy, that one of those guys, like kind of like Caruso, kind of like what's the other one? Kyle Lowry. Like they're not gonna give you 40, but you want them on your team because they're gonna piss somebody else off. You know what I mean? And just get into somebody's face and make them work a little bit harder. He's one of those guys. But Tyrese talking trash like that, and we know you're not like that, that gets under my skin.
Yo, bro,
that gets under my skin.
Yes, it's annoying, bro.
I want to get back to something that the Man Cave said. He said, "Don't know why people ain't giving no flack to Hartenstein for playing soft in the postseason. He's not really rebounding and being an enforcer like Mitchell Robinson. Josh Hart is getting more rebounds right at the basket where Hartenstein is."
I actually can't disagree.
I can't disagree. He hasn't been
he hasn't played with that same force, bro.
Yeah,
that we know him to play with.
He hasn't. I mean, he's gotten lucky with some of those hook shots. You know what I mean? I can't say lucky. He's worked on it. He's worked on the hook shot. So whenever Jalen puts him in the right spot, he's in the little floater hooks. He's been good with those. Outside of that, I do need him to. There was some rebound games. He had like 18, 19 rebounds. Like I need that Hartenstein back. Just the energy. I don't need 18, 19. I get it, but I just need that energy back on those boards, bro. Like boxing out and getting those boards like this. I don't know if he's going through an injury or something. I don't know what it is. So
and the injuries. Hold on.
This damn dog.
Talk to me, bro. Nice little Selah moment right there.
I'm not even gonna say it, bro.
But
you already know what I want to say.
It's okay. It's okay, bro.
I'm not gonna say it.
Because I know you know exactly what you want to say. But go ahead.
I fucking hate it here. Yo. But I was saying about Hartenstein, bro. Like, I'm worried about his health for Game 5, bro.
Facts. I mean,
I'm actually concerned. It was his left shoulder too, bro.
Yeah, shoulders thing didn't really, and I heard that he wasn't using that arm to take his
jersey off.
Yeah,
scary shit, bro.
Scary shit, man. The team just continues to get hurt, and it's bothersome. It's bothersome when you don't have your team. Guys leave you on the screen. I'm just kidding, but it's all good.
It's incredibly frustrating.
Nah, it's cool because you know what I mean. I got another teammate here for me. You know what I mean. Whenever. You know what I mean? You falter, you got one in the back.
You could just trade me in, bro.
No. You stay there. We need you.
Oh, that'll be a loss. That'll be a loss.
I need you in the corner, Joe. Go in the corner. Spot up.
Nobody puts baby in a corner, bro.
Can't believe you just said that. Anyway, what's going on, Rick? How you feeling, bro? How you feeling, Cuzzo?
Oh, man, what a loss, man. When they start talking about we haven't had a loss like that and hit the last time in like 50 something, I'm like, dang, why we gotta set those type of records?
Yo, and they were like, yeah, the last Mother's Day massacre. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, man, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Not at all.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Welcome to the show, by the way.
yeah. What's going
Thank
on?
you, man. It was a rough one. It was a rough one getting here, but I'm glad I made it.
Listen,
Glad to have you.
glad to
Thank
have
you.
you, man. Glad to have you.
Better late than never.
Hey, that's what I always say. I keep telling my boss that, but he doesn't.
Phil Porto, my guy. Peace, my guy from On the Root Crew. How you doing, my guy? Peace to see you. Peace to see you. Let me see who else we got in here. Who else
I
we
love
got?
that icon, yo. Who did that for you? That's really good.
That's dope. That's actually really, really dope. I don't. These guys got hit them up, man. This
They
plugged up.
probably got a budget for that. That's why.
At this point, I'm sure they're doing really good over there.
Yeah, I seen the show. It's official.
It's good. It's good to know you guys, man. It's good to. Hey. And speaking of, while we're on the topic, you know, what I mean, if you guys ever have any time on a Wednesday, come on through to the Knicks nightcap with myself and Phil and Bully and Eru from Die Hard Knicks. It's a great show, man. We had a great time. We had Dexter Henry on there last time, and he was a joy, man. That's a dope guy, dope dude.
Yeah, Dexter's dope.
Dexter's dope, man. Dexter's dope. Future Trouble says, hopefully hearing the home crowd and getting that energy keeps them focused and determined to show out. Absolutely. That name looks familiar. I think I know who you are. What's going on, bro? What's going on, Future? What's going on? Yeah, facts. I mean, I think going home tomorrow I think that's the best thing that can happen at the right time. You know what I mean? They kind of need to feed off that kind of momentum and get a win. I want to see like a response to the blowout. Like I want to see a blowout in New York. Like I gotta see it. Like, you know what I mean? Like that would be perfect. Now
that would be awesome.
But
does this team have the actual ability to blow people out right now?
Do they have the energy? Is what you know what I mean? Like at this point, like do we have the bodies and the energy to actually blow a team out? We probably don't.
Since Julius went down,
they
haven't really been blowing people out. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
we've had a couple, I'm sure, but like,
yeah, you're right.
Go back to what we were doing to people in January, bro. It was bad, bro.
That was teams are scared.
When was that Milwaukee game that we blew them out? We had Randall then?
Game?
I don't think we had Randall then.
We didn't?
No, we didn't have Randall.
Yeah, we blew them.
I think that was the only blowout.
Hold on. No. The Sixers game. Did we? Yeah, we had Randall then.
We had Randall then.
Because we beat them by like 36 that game or something like that.
And we beat the Nuggets by like 38.
Randall was there for that too?
Was he?
I think so because OG was there. And they both went out like the same time.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. It was literally within like days of each other.
Like, Randall got hurt on the 26th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dude got hurt. OG got hurt. And then he came back. He played that one game in Sacramento where he couldn't shoot the ball straight.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was it.
Yeah. Then he was out for like a month or something like that. Yeah.
6 weeks. I was counting.
I'm sure you were. I'm not surprised at all. That is not something I'm surprised you did. Just count.
I was sick, bro. I was sick, bro. I love numbers, man. That's why. Yeah, I don't know. Numbers work for me.
That's why you're here.
Numbers make sense to me.
Yeah, that's definitely why you're here, bro. Jazz said, I think I like the Siakam idea better to keep him near the paint. Which one? Who?
What talking about putting Isaiah on Siakam?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's not going to try to back Isaiah down.
He's going to try to face up.
He's going to try to face up, and that's what
you just got to hope Isaiah can stay in front, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And make him shoot over the top. It's better than him. It's better than him facing up or backing down Josh Hart and just he's 5 inches taller than him. Josh really doesn't have much of a chance, bro.
Mm-hmm. RBL says Tyrese has a punching bag face.
100% punching bag.
Very
face,
true,
bro. 100%. I punched his face many times, like in my thoughts.
When they show him on the screen, I do feel my fist ball up a little.
Yeah, no bullshit, bro.
It's like that. Is it what is that, Arthur? When the fist.
Oh yeah.
Every time you see Tyrese,
Yo, before we go to the phones, right?
the phones.
Can I just say like the Knicks defense on Tyrese Halliburton is
What is
starting
going
to
on?
really piss me off, bro.
What is going on? How does he continue to get open?
Like not just open, bro. Like count the seams,
Yeah.
adjust the ball. He had the 1-3 from the corner. He literally adjusts the ball in his hands so he get his fingers on the seams and then shoots. Like, bro, what is happening here?
Why are they?
And this has happened. This has happened multiple times. It keeps happening.
Yeah, play after play after play. Like he'll get open and he got time to do this extra stuff and then shoot it. And it's kind of like this is not even your identity. Are y'all purposely leaving him open? Because
I can tell you what.
Go ahead.
I can tell you what part of the problem is. Part of the problem is the Knicks game plan. Excuse me. The Knicks game plan is the switch on pick and rolls. The Knicks switched less than only one other team. They were 29th in switches in the NBA. So now they're trying to execute a game plan that they really haven't had to execute all year long.
Right.
And there's been so many times, not so much that they're bad at it, they just, it's so many times where they've gotten confused.
Yeah.
Where, like, how many times have you seen like both guys pointing at Tyrese? Like, like multiple occasions where two guys have just been pointing at him. Nobody knows where they're supposed to go. When, I mean, Hartenstein was supposed to switch on him. And Hartenstein has been fine when he switched on him because he's not really like, he kind of spins his wheels when he tries to go off the dribble a little bit sometimes.
You know what it is? They're so scared of him making a pass if you go out to him that people get to the spot where they're scared to make a move. You know what I mean? Like,
don't you want him to make a pass though, bro? Like,
I mean,
you want him to give the ball to somebody else.
But typically it's not a wing. It's usually someone that's in the paint that has to come out and get him. And that's what you're scared of. Like just a wide open guy in the paint. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it was a wing, that's different.
If you're switching, it should not be a wide open guy in the paint, though.
But like you said, this is not something that they deploy during the year. This is not something that they're used to doing. So they're trash at it. They literally are garbage at switching. It's now they actually have done it better, but a lot of that has something to do with OG because when OG's there, he covers for a lot of those mistakes. He's the guy that makes sure that you don't necessarily have to cheat off your guy too much just to get back to your guy. It's OG being there does a lot, man. It
changes everything, bro.
Changes everything.
Sure.
It really definitely changes everything. Brian's Deuces completely disappeared in this series, man. I mean,
what was it? Game 2, he was pretty good. It was one of those games he was pretty good. I miss
Deuce because he was looking really, really good for a long time. And then especially last series. Last series, he had a few games where he had some big games and it helped us get a dub. So I don't know. He's just shooting bad. He's going through a shooting slump. That's really what it is. Because he has a lot of wide open shots.
It was game 3 when he was pretty good. But he had that miss in the corner. He was wide open, bro. Knicks could have went up by 2. It was 102-101 Pacers. He had a wide open 3 in the corner. Jalen hit him, and he bricked that shit. The Knicks bricked so many open threes in the corner in those final minutes of game 3. Yeah. Dante shot an air ball from the corner. Burke shot an air ball from the corner. I don't know what was going on from the corners at the end of that game.
Jalen missed 2 clutch free throws. Let's talk about that last shot. First of all, I'm going to be honest with you. The fact that y'all are at home getting damn near every call. We're down like 4 guys, not making any excuses, but that's just the facts, right? And it takes a lucky shot from Nembhard, who literally it's his second shot for the entire game, which he didn't even want to take.
I don't even know why he had the ball.
By the way, 5 points down the stretch for
the game. Yeah,
his only 5 points.
Only
literally
5.
in the last 1 or 2 minutes of the game.
I
He
can't
had the
blame
layup. He had the layup when Pascal was literally just pulling Isaiah out of bounds.
right now. So
Right in front of the referee.
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna blame Jalen because like the dude took a lucky shot and he made a lucky shot.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, as a defender, you should have, as the defender in that moment, you have to be mindful of the time on the clock.
The time on the clock. Yeah,
And
he can't do anything but
you
shoot.
can't do anything else but shoot. You have to close up on him. You got to press up. And
Well, he stepped so far back. I'm like, yeah, all right, go ahead.
I mean, at the end of the day, you have nowhere else to go. I'm going right with you. I'm going right with you. You have 2 seconds on the clock. You're not gonna blow by. You're not gonna blow by me. You're not going to the basket. I'm pressing up on you. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, you don't want to foul him neither. On some
That's true.
You don't have to foul him. Yeah, you don't have to foul him. You have to close that gap. Just close the gap because at that point, like I said, you have no other choice. Now there is some kind of like go ahead and take it mentality, but you don't want to give him an opportunity to make a good one. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to contest it. Now he did catch him off the step back a little bit. It was ugly. It was an ugly shot. I didn't think it was gonna go in, and it went in, and then
he didn't think it was going in.
He didn't think it was gonna go in. I truly believe if we get that rebound, there's a different game. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it didn't happen.
If we get the rebound, we gave up like 3 fucking rebounds on the possession.
On that possession alone, like that was just very ugly. It was very ugly. So, what Future says, Hartenstein on him is definitely a better matchup and rotate with Precious. Also, Hartenstein needs to get back to boxing out and being aggressive too. We went from killing second chance points to nothing, man. I don't know what happened to our offensive rebounding. It's like now Turner is a good rebounder, like in terms of,
but he's not though.
He's not. But I mean, in terms of like boxing out, like he boxes out because of his size. Well, but when you have a bunch of guys over there doing everything together, and then you have Pascal Siakam who's just long as hell, you know what I'm saying? You kind of have them just close up in there and just get the rebounds. It kind of makes it a little bit difficult, but like we said earlier, like Hartenstein needs to take that challenge a little bit better. Like Mitch is out, bro. We need those rebounds back. We need the blocks. The defender in Hartenstein, like he turned into an offensive player, and it's kind of like he doesn't have the energy to do both. I don't know which one I'd rather see right now.
I know which one I'd rather see.
I mean, personally, I'd rather see the defender and the rebounder. You know what I mean? That's just me personally. Like going to him for offense should not be a priority in my opinion. Not to say anything about him, but just we need more rebounding. We need to get back to that. So, Rick, if you had one thing you will say, you know that you would want them to change next game that you think could get us a victory, what do you think it'll be?
You know, it's so tough, man, because for me to ask any more from this team, it almost seems guilty. It almost seems greedy because they have been doing above and beyond anything that any team in this situation could be doing. The fact that, you know, we went on a run toward the end of the season to make it to second place in itself was like amazing. And the numbers that Jalen put up in the first couple of games where he was streaking 40-point games. So for me to be like, yo, you know, you guys just got to do this better. They're tired. This isn't just regular games. This is the playoffs where there's like a whole level of basketball that it's just, you don't understand it unless you're in it. What do I expect them? I just need for them to focus up. And that's really it. I mean, it just seems like they were in their own heads. I don't think the other team, the fans or anything like really got to them. I think it was them themselves, because it looked like when, just like y'all were talking about previously about them collapsing on defense and just missing the open man, it looked like they were getting in each other's way, not so much in each other's way, but like they weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing, and I felt like that was more internal than it was external. So if they can get back to the teamwork where they are where they're supposed to be, and then the passing is there, and like I just feel like that's it. I feel like once they see a couple of shots go down, then that's it. The game is over. Like they're going to play, they're gonna win.
Right. Right. Joe, what about you? What do you think is like the one thing you want to see them change that can lead to them winning the game next game? You're muted.
I think they should really see what Hartenstein looks like on him and force them to either continue to play their game that they've been playing or tempt them to try to post up Turner. Yeah. You know that it's a huge mismatch, especially because I'm fine with Precious on him. I'm talking about the non-Precious minutes though. Like when Hart is in the game. I know Hart guarding Turner sounds crazy, but like it's not what they do. They don't post him. So if that's what they're going to do, like see if they have success doing it. We see teams get stagnant all the time trying to do something that they normally don't do.
I mean,
if they get stagnant, that's advantage Knicks, bro. Because part of the reason that the Knicks are having a difficult time on defense is because they never get stagnant.
Right. I think they definitely need to just they need to get out to a better start. Like that's just
first quarter.
Yeah, them playing from behind every game that has got to stop. You know what I'm saying? It's hurting them. They've done it last series, and they have to come back and work their way through the game and win. That helps you in series 1. This is series 2, bro. Like your body doesn't recover that easily. Series after series after series, are you playing close games and having to fight out those games like that? So you got to get out to better starts, especially on the home court. You know what I mean? This is your best opportunity. You have to hit shots. Last game, they shot 89 shots. The Pacers shot 88. Just to put that out there. That just sounds crazy, right? They made 20 more shots than we did. Like, you know what else was crazy? We hit 22 free throws and they hit 7. That's how bad we played, guys. Like, we killed them on the free throws and we still lost by 30. What? 32? You know what I mean? Like, this is just, it can't happen. It can't happen. You have to make shots. You have to get out to a better start. And these shots have to fall. You got to get in the gym. Now, like you said, fatigue is a thing. Now, Tom Thibodeau rested the guys in the fourth quarter. I think they played like half the third. You know what I mean? And then just rest them. That's what you should have done. And I'm glad he did it because I was scared that Tom Thibodeau believes that there's no game that you can't win.
Nah, I knew that. Because the thing about Tom is I feel like people think that Tom is like an idiot or something. Like,
they do.
Like, Tom's not a moron. Like he could see what was happening, and I'm sure he realized halfway through the third, like, yeah, it's not our day, yeah. Like I feel like people think that Tom's not delusional. I guess is what I'm saying.
Do we know that though? I mean, because he does have a whole coaching staff. One of them probably whispered in his head, I think it's time, coach. And he could have been like, what? Okay. Because he liked to win, man. And I don't see him, giving up,
Yeah, but this is the thing, though. I think that he knows that his team wasn't in that game because they were exhausted. You know what I mean? Like, he's smart enough to know that they're better than what they played that day. He knows the reason why they played the way that they played that day. So that's why I believe that he's just like, we're going to give it one more shot, see if we can get a run in. If it doesn't happen, then I'm going to get these guys out of there.
How much do you think the guys had to pay Johnny Bryant to be the one to go tell them that they had to pull the rest of the guys?
They would rock, paper, scissors in the back. You're like,
we got Daquan Jeffries in there.
Yo, like crazy. What? Like Tibbs did not want to see those guys on the floor, bro.
No, not at all.
He did not want to see the light.
And who's that dude that got a tech in his first
Diakite?
game?
Diakite, yeah.
What's this
That
guy's
was funny.
problem?
That was funny. That was funny.
And I heard the ref say, "All right, knock that off." And he still went right back in. I'm just like, yo, this guy crazy.
I guess he was like, yo, at this point, yo, fuck it.
Like, what else? Like, what's gonna happen?
Name for myself.
I might not score in a playoff game, but I'm gonna get me a tech. I'm gonna get on the board somehow, somewhere.
Yeah.
What that'll do is he'll be on the bench jumping up a little bit more extra now because you know what I mean he actually caught a tech. He's gonna be yelling at the refs and all that.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me check. Do they put techs in the
Nah,
somewhere on the box score screen?
Not on the box score. It just says.
You sure it's not like at the bottom somewhere?
Maybe on the bottom. I was looking. I was definitely looking.
I'm about to check right now because I'm like, yo, maybe he just wanted to get his name out there.
They had 43 rebounds to our 27. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, they beat us in every way possible, bro.
I mean, except for offensive rebounds, we had 16 and they had 9.
Because we missed a trillion shots.
You're right. Exactly. We missed a lot of freaking shots, bro. We were 30 for 89.
Jesus.
And they were 50 for 88. Like I said, we took one more shot.
33, 34%.
33.7%.
Jeez.
Bro, it just sucks to watch. We took more 3-pointers than them and they made double ours. It's just atrocious.
I think it was a game. It
was
a game where things were unusual.
Yeah, the bench couldn't even make a shot.
Yeah,
they were 7 for 37 from the 3-point line.
Jeez, numbers is crazy.
18.9% from 3. I mean,
and they've been the best 3-point shooting team in the playoffs
so far.
By the way,
no way they're gonna go into this. I'm telling you right now, Josh is probably out here running laps as we speak because he's nutty like that.
So guys, I just confirmed. Diakite did not. He didn't make the box score.
I was expecting to see him on there, but
he did score 2 points though. He scored 2 points, and he was a +8. Put some respect on his name.
So basically, he can say, "Listen, when I was in the game, we was winning."
Yeah.
But
2 points, 1 rebound, 1 block.
Yeah,
bro. In a turnover for good measure.
I'm sorry.
No field goals, but 2 free throws.
No disrespect at all, but I never want to see him in another basketball game.
I never want to see him either.
Not because I don't. Because that means if you're in a basketball game, something atrocious happened, or something very good happened.
We're getting blown out. Yeah,
bro. I don't know. Future says should focus more on playing our game too. Not try to match Indiana's speed every time we have the ball as well, knowing when to push the pace and slow it up. Absolutely. That's one thing that they've done is change our pace. You know what I mean?
But you know what's crazy though, bro? So I was thinking about that. Like the Knicks are playing kind of fast.
Yeah.
But I was thinking part of the reason why I think they're playing that way is because Indiana is picking up full court.
Mm-hmm. So they have to play faster, yeah.
So I feel like they're playing, because when they walk it up, the possessions where they do walk it up, the Knicks are getting into their sets with 13 seconds left. And that makes offense really hard.
Yeah. So now you got Jalen bumping TJ McConnell 94
all the way up the court. There's no fucking foul because
no hand checking. Just crazy. It's
what did Doris Burke say? Doris Burke said he was fouled about 3 times before they actually called it.
Bro, I mean, don't get me wrong. As long as they keep this trend, we should win in 7. That's all I'll say. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my man Taj. He said as soon as Josh tried to call Reggie, they were saying fuck you. I knew at that moment he fucked up. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, man. He was just telling them what the crowd was saying.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have said it, but he was feeling himself. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was feeling himself. But I did not expect him to. I was like, what did Josh say? because I heard the F you part. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck you. I said, whoa,
Yeah.
what did you say to Reggie? And then you saw Reggie's face because Reggie didn't look like he understood what was going on in that
I
moment.
don't think he heard him because the crowd was really loud. He took his headphones
It was
off.
loud
too,
as
to hear what he
hell.
was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, he was smiling and he said, fuck you. He's like, hey, fuck you. Like,
That's all Reggie. That's probably all Reggie heard.
yeah, all he heard was,
Yeah. Yeah.
he probably was like, yo, what did I do?
Yeah.
He hit him with the, he like,
Wait, what did he say? Fuck me for?
Yo, I just woke up. Yo, no, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Nah, Future says put Hartenstein in the full Nelson for
Crazy.
That was wild,
Bro, crazy.
I want to see those 78 clips that they submitted supposedly about the games at the Garden. Like, bro, come on, bro.
Bro, the ref was standing right next to him, though, bro.
Yeah, looking right at him. He was looking right at him, like that was clean. I was like, yo, come on. What's going on with these refs, bro? Like, and it's every single time
the landing zone foul on Jalen, like
Jalen,
bro, how do you
landed on this foot? You didn't even want to look at it. Like, and you were right there, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the kind of game that we're playing. So I need us to take full advantage of it.
Listen, Rick Carlisle spent VBETs $35,000 ever.
Yep.
Like, you want to talk about ROI? Like, that's
worked.
Some serious ROI, bro.
Series is tied.
So now we're going back into the Garden. If you don't think those fans are going to be freaking bonkers tomorrow,
oh yeah, forget it.
Come on, man. It's going to be
79 clips.
Yeah, but if the Knicks get off and they're down 10 in the first 4 minutes, all that fucking energy is going to get sapped out the Garden.
Right. Right. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong.
It's going to go from being hyped to being nervous real quick.
I do think that the first 6 minutes of game 3 was the reason why they won that entire game. Like, they had a little cushion for the rest of the game because of the way they started that game. We still came back in that game and made it a game and just lost at the end. The game the other day on Sunday, it just was bad. Like, it just was bad from beginning to end. These guys they couldn't make shots. Their energy was low.
They couldn't make layups.
Like, it was just crazy. Like, they were throwing the ball away. The turnovers were insane. Hartenstein was throwing the ball right to guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what do y'all? Did y'all went out to a party last night or something? Like, what is the difference? Like, why?
What the fuck do you do in Indiana?
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why?
I'm pretty sure I know who didn't go out the night before.
Tom Thibodeau.
That's Josh Hart.
Oh yeah, nah.
He definitely. We already know how he feel about Indiana.
Yeah, he hates Indiana.
So
he makes it.
I know his ass was in his room.
That shit is crazy. But
we still had
RBL says, first thing, we all complained about this era being soft. The refs let dudes play, and people still complain. Make it make sense. See, this is my thing.
I said the same thing, RBL, but like, there's a difference between letting guys play and just like
not making it consistent. That's the problem.
Yeah, you gotta call it both ways, brother.
Call it both ways. That's my only issue.
Word.
Yeah,
that's the perfect word. Consistent.
Because there's plays I watched. Shout out to the guys that made it to the watch party on Friday. We watched the game 3 together. There was so many plays that they're playing, and I'm like, listen, I don't expect them to make that. You know what I mean? I don't expect them to make that call. I just don't. I don't know why, but they're not gonna make the call, whether it's an actual foul or not. Like, Jalen was getting hacked. Like, it was crazy. There was a couple fouls on Dante. It was kind of wild. Josh is always running to the refs, and it's like, you just got to stop. And that one thing Josh did say, he said one issue that we did have, he said there was one of the refs that just would not speak.
Unapproachable.
He was unapproachable.
Was the word he used.
Yeah, he was unapproachable. Yes. He would not speak to us. He would not tell us. He said sometimes we were just going to him to figure out what to do differently, and he wouldn't let us talk to him. So now that's troublesome. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna allow me to figure out how to change my action the next time. You're just gonna keep calling me wrong for that. I'm not gonna say that's cheating, but how does that help both teams? You know what I'm saying? Like, just help us both out. You're here for both of us, aren't you? So, it's just like I said. If you're gonna make it if the consistency is you're gonna call every home game for the home team, then let it be that. We should win in 7. Point blank. Period. You know what I'm saying? Bully, my guy. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. We should be on the show. What's today? What's today? Monday. We should be on the show Wednesday, man. We should be on the show Wednesday. See you at the Knicks nightcap. Pull up, grab a glass. I know Bully's feeling some type of way about those games. And there's one thing about Bully. He's the only other person that I know outside of Joe that crunches numbers all damn day long. Like, I want to see them battle, like a crunching numbers battle. I gotta see it, bro. Like, like, yo, they should really do like Smack DB battle, like Tibbs. God,
Bully definitely wins that battle.
You know what though? I would have to rely on one of you to tell me who wins because I wouldn't know any of it. I'd be like, if that's what you said, like if you say it, Joe, I'm like, all right, bet. So if the two of y'all going head to head, I'm gonna have to rely on one of y'all to be like, all right, yeah,
he got it, yeah. Shout out to my guy Bully. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you.
That's what's up. I wish I had that kind of mind.
He said, RBL said back then every team was allowed to do 3 full Nelsons per game. I mean, that's probably where it's heading right now, bro. It's kind of filthy. These games are very, very, very filthy. But I want to see how they continue to let it play. I do want to see how these guys respond. They had a players only meeting. Josh took responsibility. Tibbs is a guy that's really going to harp that these guys get back to what they do best. Hopefully he's crunching the film as well as we know that he does. It's just something that he just does in his sleep at this point.
I know he's not sleeping, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's one person that shouldn't be sleeping. It's somebody that's not playing. So yeah, go ahead.
He up right now.
Yeah, the rest of them dudes better be asleep. That's all I'm saying. Just rest. I don't want to see you on y'all just be rolling around in wheelchairs all day if you had to. Just don't even use your feet, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't want to see no lack of energy or effort. I don't, because this is a game I don't think y'all understand. We have to win this game.
We understand.
Like, if we lose this game, it's possibly over for us. Like, I don't see us going into Indiana and pulling out a win unless OG comes out of his what's the dude Forrest Gump contraption.
Oh, the braces.
Bro, yeah, the leg braces. But I don't, unless I don't see if OG don't break out of them leg braces, bro. I don't see us going into Indiana and winning. I just don't see it happening, bro. Yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I love OG, but you remember the conversations we had about OG before we traded for him, bro.
Oh yeah, of course, bro.
He just doesn't play. He doesn't play. He gets hurt, and then he doesn't play. I love OG though. When he's here,
bro, what a game changer!
What a game changer! He's such a game changer. When
you want to talk about. Can any other guy who's not a superstar raise a team's ceiling the way he has raised the Knicks ceiling? The Knicks went from like fledgling, like maybe second round. Like we were hovering around 500 before we made that trade. Like shit was looking kind of like mid, if we're being honest.
Yeah, it was very mid. It was very, very
and then we made that trade, bro, in a matter of instantly, not even in a matter of instantly, like we look like legit title contenders. Like that's not even cap. Like we look like we could beat anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. This
is from a guy who's not a superstar.
Yeah, and the only other person that I can think of, which I don't even like to say his name, but when he was in his prime, which is weird to say given this person, but he just changed it. Draymond Green, bro. Like Draymond Green, like when I'm one of the people who actually give Draymond Green credit. Yes, he did ride Steph's coattails. Let's be honest. That whole team rode Steph's coattail, if we're really being honest. But what he brought to the floor defensively, the energy, just being able to be switchable on multiple players, like that's what made them deadly. You know what I'm saying? Like they could run small ball because there's no mismatch out there for Draymond Green. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have a big center running around trying to guard a bunch of younger dudes. You can run a smaller lineup and you can defend a lot more people that way. And that's what made Draymond Green so valuable for that team. That's the only other person that I can say that wasn't a superstar that made really, really big a big difference to a team. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
You know, took them to another level. Now, luckily, we do have a Josh Hart who's another kind of guy like that, cut from the same cloth. Personally, I feel like Josh is cut from that same cloth. It's just that OG is just a straight defender. You know what I mean? Like he can lock up anybody. So you miss that guy, you make a big trade for a guy like that, and he's not there, it'll hurt you. You know what I mean? You traded the guy for 2 players. You know what I mean? Like this. If he's not there, you're missing. There's a lot of production that's just not there. You know what I mean? So, you know, unfortunately, that is what it is. But let's open up the line real quick. I'm going to put a link in the chat, and you can come up and say a couple words. I'm not going to be on for too long. The boy is tired, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. But we have a nice little talk. With y'all. Let's see. Let's move this here. Of course, it doesn't want to work the way I want it to. There we go. Dropping a link in the chat now. So, speaking of the chat, who is in here that said something? Oh no, my guy X popped in. What's going on, X? Peace. What's going on?
Yeah.
How you doing? Future says someone sent MJ secret stuff, same day delivery from Amazon or something. They need a lot. They need something, bro. They need something to make it pop.
Do the Knicks? Well, we gonna ask. We got some people coming.
Yeah. We gonna ask. RBO says Joe and Bully crumping with calculators. Yo, first of all, that'd be a funny ass battle. That'd be a funny ass battle.
It sure would.
That would be a funny ass battle. But yeah, man. I don't know. Personally, peace to you, X. Like I said, we gotta win this game. One of the keys is getting off to a good start. Jalen has to hit those shots. Dante, once again, it's proven, even though I mean everybody played bad, but when Dante doesn't play well, they don't play well. You know what I mean?
What's wrong with Burks?
Oh, when you chat, Xavier says, I told you Burks is a no-go.
Burks been hooping.
I mean, I don't have a problem with Burks right now because we don't have nobody else.
Exactly.
It's like
It's and like he's not terrible, so
it's just that I know.
Well, his shot selection has been completely different than what it was in the regular season.
He passes the ball.
But I was wondering, like, so you just decided to not do the shit that you were doing before?
No,
like he sat on the bench and he seen the error of his ways.
That's exactly. Tip said,
why couldn't you see that before you got benched?
Because what happened was
straight try. He thought he was in Detroit still.
No, not only that, he came back to a team playing for a coach who he already played for prior to going to the team that he went to. And when he was here last, that was his role. Exactly what he was doing when he got
here.
That was kind of his role, bro. That was kind of his role when he left.
What he was hold on, pause.
He was
what he was doing was crazy, bro. Like what he was doing had me scratching my head. Like, why did you think? Why did you think why do you think that's a good shot, brother? Like I was so confused watching him play basketball. I never felt that confused in his first stint with New York, bro. Like I was legit sitting there like, is he sabotaging these games?
Nah, bro.
I was so confused,
It
yo.
wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad the first time. But I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time around, I was just as frustrated with Burks because of those kind of shots. Like he did a lot of I'm gonna pull up. I don't care who is on this side of the floor. I don't care if there's 20 seconds left on the shot clock. I'm pulling it right now. Like that is just the mentality he had. And Tibbs had to sit
bro
his ass down
literally
long enough.
didn't pass the ball, bro. Like
Did not.
that's not even an exaggeration. Like he did not pass the ball.
Because there's so many times I'm like, yo, this dude don't pass. Like he literally did not pass the ball. Like he would get the ball. There was even a play during the playoffs. We caught the ball, and nobody else touched the ball that play. Now I said, all right, we're losing like crazy right now, so have at it, my G. You know what I'm saying? But don't fall back into these habits because Tibbs will sit your ass right back down to where you was before. Because that was what got you sit, in the spot you was. Now he probably sat there long enough and just said, okay, I can't do this shit. Ain't no way I'm gonna keep doing this and I'm gonna play. Like, no way. Like, I'm gonna just sit here. So, you know what I mean? At that point, hopefully he learned his lesson, and hopefully OG's back soon enough. We don't have to see too much of Burks. You know what I'm saying? God. You know what I mean? But I mean, I do like the fact that we can have Burks come in there and there's another guy that we can get an open shot from, and we don't have to worry about it being a miss all the damn time.
Burks was the best player on the Knicks yesterday, Xavier. He was the only one that had any kind of juice to his game.
It's not saying much, Joe, but I feel you. I definitely feel you.
It's not wrong.
But we do got my guy Raul pulling up. He's back again.
I'm 2 for 2.
What's happening here, bro? Like how you keep getting on here all of a sudden, bro?
Yo, I'm telling you, his RSVP's on point this time.
See,
nah. I just came online to wish y'all, give y'all some love like always. You know what I'm saying? After watching that massacre on Sunday, I kind of enjoyed my Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there.
Peace,
I watch basketball. The Knicks are fine. You know what I'm saying? They just had to get a kick in the ass to wake up. You know what I'm saying? And that was the game. I think when they respond tomorrow, it's going to be a big response. And I think everybody's going to fill in the voids that they're missing. I have no worries about what happened yesterday. They needed that. They really needed that wake-up call.
I agree. They needed – they kind of they're that kind of team where, like, they can take a loss, but, like, a loss like this, like, they kind of have – they have it in their DNA to just respond from college. And that's why I'm glad these guys are together, because there's so many habits you bring from winning a championship in college, like to the NBA. And when you get to the NBA, like none of the guys that you win with are around. So it's kind of like you can't even like continue to have that kind of vibe or feeling that same atmosphere. But having these guys who won together, you know what I'm saying? And Jalen won with both DiVincenzo and Josh Hart. So, you know what I mean? To have those guys there, it's really good. You have that camaraderie, you have that chemistry. Talk to me about what you think, like I asked these guys, is the main thing that needs to change in order for us to get a victory at home tomorrow.
You guys are short staff. I was thinking of managing minutes wisely. Get a big lead, get some of your starting five, one of your starting fives, two of your starting fives, some time to rest, because playing them that much, you're gonna get injuries regardless, especially in the playoffs, especially when the refs are not helping any series in the playoffs, period. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I've said this for so many years, a ref can determine a game just by one good call and one bad call. You know what I'm saying? And yesterday showed that the refs did not care what the Pacers were doing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It started with Embiid. Embiid was trying to take legs, Achilles, and he was just showing you that, hey, listen, the refs ain't going to blow the whistle. I'm going to continue doing this. The Pacers took that same formula
100%.
and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be hard
to play guys 30, 40 Brunson 30 minutes when you don't have anybody to back them up consistently.
Right.
But
Yo, and
minutes
Raul,
is the issue.
Mhm.
and Raul, specifically Aaron Neesmith, I feel like is like, oh, you're gonna give me a step, I'm gonna take a mile. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna give me this mile, I'm gonna take another mile.
But that's the refs' fault. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
refs are determining
Yep.
who wins a game.
The
That's what I've
the
seen
the,
so far.
the refs have 100% emboldened Neesmith.
Yeah.
100%. And McConnell.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like this, watching McConnell go out there and put the kind of physical pressure he's put on Jalen Brunson, play after play after play. It's kind of like, all right, so what point are y'all really trying to prove right now?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I don't like trying to make excuses. You know what I'm saying? But like these are not basketball plays, bro. Like you can't hand check 94 feet all the way up the floor. Like you can't do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, the like I always say, you play the game to make sure you don't put the game in the refs' hands, because if you
Yeah.
do, they're gonna determine the outcome. If
Yeah.
we go into Indiana if we win tomorrow and we go into Indiana and they have the same hostile environment, if you go in there and play the right way and you do exactly what you're supposed to do, you handle your business, it's not going to matter what the refs do. You know what I'm saying? Because you've handled your business. You didn't leave it up to the refs to decide the game. Now, if you're out there not making shots, you out there, waiting for a foul, playing for the whistle, you
Yeah,
can't do that, especially in the playoffs. You can't play for the whistle. And I
yeah,
know Jalen does that a lot
it
because I mean
does.
he's been getting that call. But at the end of the day, now they did there was somebody that did come out like saying that his lift on his shot has been I think they said about 2 inches shorter since the foot injury,
Yeah.
which makes a difference for someone that size, of course. But at the end of the day, like I think the rest that you get towards the end of the last game and coming home and being able to get an evening, like a nighttime game, an 8:30 game at home, the rims, you don't have to worry about any of that. I think it'll be a good momentum change for them, but they have to get off to a strong start. Like that's one thing that they've struggled with, even in the games that they've won in the playoffs. But you got to get off to a strong start, man. It's just bad. It's just bad business if you think you're gonna stay in the game all game just because you've had the experience. Like you can't keep leaving it up to that at the end of the day. Just me personally.
Can't keep
Yeah.
spotting teams 10 points.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got to fight back, and then you got to expect the rest to let you play straight in that entire time. Like, nah, it's I don't know about that. I saw Tibbs managing minutes. Good luck. I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, he doesn't have an option.
Yeah,
He doesn't have an option.
IP said that. Hold on, he said something else. He said under Tiz, will we ever see a healthy Knicks team? I mean, to me, that would suggest that Julius Randle got hurt because of Tibbs. That would suggest that
Mitch,
Mitchell Robinson
Bogey.
ankle is fucked up because of Tibbs. That Bogdanovich's ankle got fucked up because of Tibbs. So I don't know. That's not fair, bro.
Mhm.
That's not
It's
fair, man.
Tibbs' rotation is so compacted. He only
Mhm.
could trust 7 players, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? He won't even look down the bench and say, "Yo, listen, we need you to do something. Give us a spark." Because sometimes one of those players on the bench is going to give you a game that you never expected, but he never says, "Yeah, let's
But
go
but
this route."
but he played a legit nine, like a legit nine, not like a 8.5. Like he played a legit nine before the injury started to happen.
Mhm.
Like he had 9 guys who he was locked into, and all 9 of those guys played at least 15 minutes a night.
Mhm. True. I mean, that's the thing, man. Like we were expecting him to shorten his rotation in the playoffs, which he kind of did at first. But as the time went on, you got to play Precious. You had to play Burks. Um, I mean, look at all the guys that got minutes last game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of have to start playing these guys as time goes on. But um, like you said, Joe, like we mentioned earlier, like Julius didn't get hurt because of minutes. Like someone tried to jump or actually tried to draw a charge when he went up for a layup, and he fell on his shoulder. Like that had nothing to do with minutes. If
This
anything, I think that was like third quarter when that happened. You know what I'm
this
saying?
type of series was built for
It was a
Julius
fourth
Randle
quarter.
because of the
It's fourth quarter.
physicality.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know that, right?
Yeah.
This series that he's going against the Pacers was built for Julius Randle's physicality.
100%. They had no matchup for him.
No
He
match,
would
no
have.
height.
He would have been in a fist fight in the Sixers game.
Oh yeah, for sure. With Embiid, he probably would have swung at Embiid.
And they cool, but he would have been like, nah, man.
Nah, I don't accept
Not
that.
me.
I don't accept that, Toon. I don't accept that until it happens.
It's tough, man. But you guys, I think y'all next game y'all gonna perform well. I think your main guys are gonna score. You know, I see you guys winning by 6 points. You know, it's gonna be one of those close games where it's gonna go down to like the final 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. That's where it decides.
Like my heart can handle another one of those.
Like every single game.
I mean, honestly, I think we need to learn how to win a game without it going down to the final minutes because
But I've aged probably 10 years in this playoffs. Yeah.
within the last 2 weeks, I probably had my first gray hair.
Yo, Joe, I stopped aging in the first round when my Lakers got bumped by the Nuggets.
Yeah,
Listen, I like the shirt. I like the shirt though. I like the shirt.
It's not the Knicks, it's the Westchester Knicks.
Yeah.
Relax, my guy.
Hey, we'll take it, bro. We'll take it.
Workout shirt.
The logo's still there.
We'll take it, yeah.
I represent, you know what I'm saying, from New York. You know what I mean? You know?
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Future said they got to start off strong, but also keep it. How many times we going up 20 points and then get cold and let other teams jump right back in it? That happens a lot too. That happens a lot too. But that also happens because there are times which, if you are going to play 7 guys and you go up big, you want to rest those guys. Now you're forced to play guys who don't know how to keep that momentum, and that's
exactly, bro.
That's when you
exactly. Because if I go up 20, to me as a coach, like that's my opportunity to rest Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
But how you see how bad we've been every time Jalen comes out, bro. Like that 20-point lead is going away.
It's gone. It's the moment when Jalen went out in game 2, we were up 7, and we ended up
down 11.
Down 11.
Like almost, it seemed like it happened quickly.
And OG was having a hell of a damn game while it was happening. Like just
we would have been down. Yo, we would have been down. We were down 10 at halftime. We would have been down 20 easy at halftime if OG didn't lose his mind in that game.
Absolutely.
He had 24 that game, I think he did.
28.
He had 28.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Boy was balling. He was balling, bro. What up, Toon? What up, Cuzzo? What up, Cuzzo? Cuzzo says, no OG, we're doomed, but it's cool because we can focus on building the real team together.
Blasphemy.
Definitely.
Blasphemy.
Away from taking it off. First of all, you
Blasphemy.
sound very off-season-y right now, cousin.
Blasphemy.
You can't say like it like that. We still
Toon is watching. Toon watching Draft Express already. Like, nah, bro.
First of all, you know what's crazy? Speaking of, I'm watching the game on Sunday. I didn't realize the draft lottery was on Sunday. Like they're playing the draft lottery before I'm like, yo, son, we came a long way. We didn't even know when the draft lottery was.
Yeah, we didn't need to.
For the first time in years, something that we were used to for years didn't happen.
Guys,
it's crazy.
How awesome was it to see the Nets fall at the 5th pick?
Bro, that was no. Did they get 5th or did Detroit get 5th?
Detroit get 5th.
Detroit got
so
5th.
Where'd they fall?
The Nets were not even top 14.
Oh, yes. Sounds even better, bro.
God, they didn't even make the lottery?
The Spurs got 2 picks. They got the 4th and the 8th.
The 4th and the 8th.
And the Nets are nowhere to be found.
You know what's crazy about Detroit?
That is amazing.
Detroit had the worst record 2 years in a row, and both years they ended up with the 5th pick. Like, I'm never tanking again, bro. Like,
bro, this drafting system is horrible, though. It's
crazy. It's crazy. And don't get me wrong, they this draft class I heard was not too great.
That's what they keep saying.
They keep saying they've been
saying it for the last 5 years. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
There's a bunch of guys that come out,
but they're not 100% wrong. Yeah, they're not 100% wrong.
There's no standout.
5 guys.
There's no
like
standout.
Who's the number one pick? Like I don't even know. Like normally we know at least like,
It's
this
gonna
guy's
be a
gonna be number
foreign
one.
player. You know that it's gonna be a
That
European player.
I heard it's gonna be that kid from France probably.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
That's the fact that we don't even know who the number one player is in this draft. Is
No, I know
wild.
his name. I
Backup.
just can't pronounce it. It sounds like French fries. Something. I don't know what the heck.
Sounds like French fry or something.
I can't pronounce it, man.
Yo, man, listen. This was great. This was great. I've had enough. I don't want to talk about losses anymore. I just want to get to tomorrow. Get this dub. I'm pretty confident
Yo.
in this team. I'm gonna go ahead. And
Yo,
put on
Cap. Yo, Cap. When you get off of here, bro, call your cousin. Yo.
Platoon.
Yeah.
He just
Call your
woke up.
cousin, bro.
He just woke up. He's a little frazzled.
Tell him to go back to bed.
Go back to bed. Nah, but Tune. Speaking of OG, I definitely understand. But I don't, because I do want to actually address what you said. I don't think we're doomed. I think that we just need a wake up call. This team really responds well, and not for nothing. They made damn near everything that they put up. You know what I mean? Like, let's
Yo,
be
that Miles Turner three, bro. Where
That's
he
when I knew
just-
the game. That is when I knew the game was over.
He chucks
That
it to
is
the
when I
sky,
knew the game-
bro, and it
That's
drops
when I knew
in
the game
all net, yo. I was
I
like,
did.
all right, man.
I said, okay, this is Angels in the outfield. I get it.
Yeah.
Game was over. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just gonna make everything.
Ra-
Cool.
Raul,
Yo,
before we get out of here, I got one question for you.
what's up?
Do you think that the Knicks have run out of magic? Because this shit has been magic. Like what they've been doing hasn't really. It's defied logic what they've been doing.
That's a good question.
In the NBA, yes, they ran out of magic. But me as a basketball person, no, I see them still going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I like that.
I still see them going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I see them getting healthier to the trail end of this series, where they get Mitch back for Game 1 against Boston. Because right now,
Nah, Mitch is done, bro.
Oh, Mitch is done.
Mitch is done.
He's done.
Yeah, he's done.
Damn.
OG though. OG.
OG will come back.
He's
OG.
possible.
But the way, like I said, the way the Knicks are playing, like how I told Apollo, Sunday was the game that you needed to wake up to say, hey, listen, the Pacers are not gonna just back out and give you 4 straight games.
Right. Yeah.
Halliburton, I get it. He has the ugliest form in the NBA. He's a punching bag, whatever, but the boy got skills.
Can't leave him
And
open.
he's like the engine that pushes the Pacers to go.
Yeah.
Once you slow him down, cut the brakes, everything else is easy after that. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks played well the first 2 games. So,
Right.
it's not like they can't do it. Even with the injuries, the Knicks just needed to get punched in the face.
Dante gonna pause. He gonna be in that boy's shorts though tomorrow night because he was talking crazy, bro.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Like,
He was like,
hey,
this guy
bada bing.
can't guard me.
nah, when he did that, and he's like, he
I was
can't
like,
guard me, and then
oh.
he's making the face like, no.
Yeah, right?
I'm like, yo, you are a cornball,
Yeah,
and it,
man.
bro, it really,
Yeah,
I
that
wanted
whole team is insufferable, bro.
bro. Someone online, and this is the last.
They were celebrating like Knicks fans on 7th Ave, bro.
Bro, this is the last thing I'm gonna say before I get out of here. Someone online on Twitter said Knicks fans are going crazy, and they forget that we're missing Benedict Mathurin. That's when I knew the juice was like strong juice. That's some really strong juice, bro. Dude averages 15 points a game, and you're gonna mention him as a guy that you're missing, and we're missing. Like, are you kidding? Julius alone like outweighs the one person you're talking about. But Julius, Boggs, Mitch, OG right now, like, come on, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, Twitter's been going crazy the last couple of days with that 32 that blowout yesterday. I've been seeing people talking about Halliburton looking like a super villain coming into the cave. All this other nonsense going on. I'm like, yo, fellas, there's only 2 games y'all won. It's still 4 to win.
It's still 4
You know
to
what
win.
I'm saying?
Like Jalen said, he said it's a long fucking series because
Yeah, it's done in 6, man. You guys got it in 6. Y'all winning in Indiana. Y'all gonna finish it off over there.
yeah, I mean, and that's my thing. If we win it in Indiana, I think
Let's
that.
hope so.
Do you think we could, Joe? You think we can actually go into Indiana and win again?
If we win Game 5,
Yes. If we
if we
win
win
game
Game
5,
5,
No,
Mhm.
game
of
6.
course.
Game 6. Game 5 is in New York.
No. That's what I'm saying. We got to win Game 5 to eliminate
Yeah,
them in Game
we
6,
win
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Because the Knicks have been a great road team for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, if you told me I could have Julius Randle back and trade home court advantage, I would in a heartbeat, bro. Because the team wins on the road. They're good on the road.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't disagree. I'm trying to look for something right now that I.
As soon as y'all win game 6, get on that bus because them fans are gonna be chucking corn at y'all buses.
Yo, nah, I'm not gonna lie. They're crazy over there, bro.
I'm gonna throw a Tim back.
Which
Yo,
one
Ak,
hurt
let me get
more?
us bacon, egg, and cheese.
I'm
Nah, that's
gonna throw a butter back at them, bro.
I can't get it, but I'm gonna find. Hold on, let
You
me
gonna throw the
find
beef and broccolis back at them?
I'm throwing a pair of butters at them, bro.
it.
Murder's bond.
With the 6-inch with the leather on top or the non-leather on top?
Nah, non-leather, bro. Non-leather.
Hold on, let me see.
Yo.
I'm trying to find. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. This is it right here. This is actually the full clip. I'm actually gonna just share the screen just so we can get this this on here before we get out of here real quick. Just for the people who didn't get to see it.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, like so this is just this just so this, can y'all hear that? First of all, can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it loud?
Nah,
Yeah.
it's not loud.
Yeah, for me it's loud.
It was loud for me, but I ain't gonna lie. Turn it down on my ears. Hold on.
Yeah, I saw that.
Man, Jalen's going for blood next game.
Yeah.
He's going for blood. I don't know I don't know what they spoke about in that players only meeting in the locker room, but they're going for blood, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I think Josh is the person that I think, Josh is my favorite player in this team outside of Brunson, but I think Josh is the guy they really need to be worried about because you remember the Josh that was grabbing 15 rebounds over centers and shit? Like that's the Josh we about to get back. And I think he wants to be that guy because he's starting to see that other guys aren't stepping up like the Hartensteins and the way that they normally have been with the rebounds and the defensive intensity. So I think these guys are gonna respond really well, man, and show the maturity that they have, bro. Go ahead.
Yo, Cap, are you saying that one of our main TFE contributors is gonna get his wish and see blood on the court finally?
Who said that?
Fred Valley always says
Yo,
that.
Joe,
Bro.
what is
Oh,
this, a
he
sacrifice?
loves-
Will
he-
you
bro,
sacrifice his
I'm
players
telling
on the
you.
court now?
Fred, shout out Fred. Fred might be a vampire anyway, but to be
Yeah,
honest,
he
he might be a vampire. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Fred.
Why you say that? All right, tell me.
You just gotta know him, bro.
You gotta know him. You gotta
Something-
know him.
Something's wrong for
He gives
sure.
me vampire vibes. He's a little different.
Something's definitely wrong, bro.
He's a little different.
Something's
It's
definitely
long
wrong, yeah.
He said losing by 32 still counts as only one loss. Thank you. That's a great point. We aren't out
JJ Redick said it.
Yeah, JJ Redick said that during the game. We aren't out of this and used to be counted and used to be counted out regardless of how well we've been balling. Listen, man, I'm there's one thing about this thing. There's a lot of Knicks fans that are very scared right now. There's been a lot of Knicks teams that we
Those
get
are the real
down
Knicks fans.
yeah, like
They're not real
there,
Knicks fans.
there were
Trust me.
times,
I just don't understand being scared when you still have home court.
And you still
right?
got to win 4 games.
If
gotta
we
win
lose home court,
No.
then you get scared, bro.
You get scared if you lose this game. This is the game where if someone told me they were scared after if they lost this game, which I don't think is gonna happen, I totally understand if you're scared after this game. You know what I'm saying? Because now
I told my boy they still got to come into Sparta and win a game, bro.
they still got to come into Sparta and win a game, bro. They got to go into the Garden, and I'm gonna be honest with you, they're gonna hear boos all night long. It don't matter how much they
hear. I hear a little
hear
bit more than a boo.
They're gonna hear a whole lot. They're gonna hear a lot of some real New York.
There's going to be a water bomb flying right across Halliburton's head. And you know that person that's going to throw is going to go down and go get it because it's $14 in the Garden.
It's gonna be Malice in the Palace, bro. Just part 2. Part 2. Bro.
Definitely, bro.
Part 2, bro. I'm telling you. But listen, man, I thank everybody for being here. Shout out to the chat, all of y'all who've been giving us some dope, you know what I mean, takes and points of view from the chat, man. Shout out to y'all for being here. My guy, Ragu Sauce.
Hey, what's the matter with me?
We got Ragu Sauce. We got the big Ragu.
The big Ragu. Yo, peace to you, bro. Thank you for coming through, man.
Yo, keep on sending me these invites, bro. I'm gonna show up to the party early.
Come through, man. Listen, you're gonna be the only one until everybody else catches the hint. So
nah. Don't even send them no invites, bro. This is on me. This box right here is on me,
right? Yo, appreciate you for coming out.
Love everybody. Love.
Peace, brother.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thank y'all for coming out. Joe, appreciate you for you know what I mean, sticking through a long evening and messing up your meal. You know what I'm saying? I know you was mid-meal.
Bruh. It wasn't even the right meal.
It wasn't even the right meal.
That's a whole nother story, bro.
You started off the show on a bad note for yourself. So I appreciate you sticking it out, you know what I mean,
I wish you didn't remind me because I forgot. And now I'm mad again.
Yo, he's about to go back after we get off the show, bro. Like, yo, I ate it, but y'all messed my order up, bro. But appreciate you for coming out, Rick, because I know you had a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for jumping on no matter what time you got on there. Dre, I know you somewhere out there working. This dude worked like 14 jobs. He's literally like Super Mario out there. So I appreciate all y'all, man. And until next time, we can get this dub. Hopefully we can get this dub in the Garden. We go in there and we kick ass, you know what I'm saying, and be the team that we know ourselves to be. And I don't know, it's crazy, man. We were just talking about Jalen getting Oscar Robertson and Jordan numbers, and now like he hurt his foot, and it's a completely different Jalen. So hopefully Jalen gets some rest. You know what I'm saying? He can come back and be more of himself. And then we can go back on a nice little run, man, and meet these guys in the Eastern Conference Finals. So until next time, y'all have a good one. Appreciate y'all for coming out, man. Peace.